Hello, and welcome back to the Projects module. In our previous lesson, we explored the project cost management and how the project module integrates with the sales, timesheets, and planning modules. In this lesson, we will continue exploring the project module's useful functionality, such as customer rating, and review the flow of creating projects and tasks. Let's return to our Configuration Settings menu and scroll down to the last heading, Analytics. Here we see the Customer Ratings, which allows you to track customer satisfaction on tasks. Let's click the Set a Rating email template on Stages link. Here we see a list view of all task stages set up in our database and the projects associated with each stage. Let's group stages by name. Pay attention that we see an approved stage that we created for Office Design Project, and it is the only stage as it is created for that project only. Let's select the Done stage and press a View button in the line to view stage configuration options. As Customer Ratings has been activated in our database, we see the option to set up a rating email template. Hovering over the question mark displays a handy tooltip detailing the functionality of the field. If set, a rating request will automatically be sent to the customer by email when a task reaches this stage. Depending on the configuration of your project, a rating request may also be sent at regular intervals as long as the task remains in the stage. We see that the Project Task Rating Request template is currently selected, indicating that this email will be automatically sent to the client when a task reaches the Done stage in a project. Let's select the teal internal link arrow to view the email template. A user with access to configurations can customize many areas of the template, including the name of the template, what the template applies to, content, specific email configurations, and settings. Note, it is always recommended to use the Action Duplicate functionality and renaming the email template prior to customizing any out-of-the-box areas. That way, you can easily return to the out-of-the-box email template if required. Let's select the Preview Smart button in the far right to see how the email would display to a customer. Let's close this window to return to the email template view and then click the Done breadcrumb to return to the task stage. Note that we see the Office Design Project under the projects listed to use this stage. Let's now select the Projects menu in the top left and select the Office Design Project. Clicking into the Done stage, we see the Noise Reduction task. Note the green happy face on the tile. Clicking into the task, we see a Rating Smart button on the top, and clicking here will display details of the last customer rating saying Good job. Following the breadcrumbs back to the task, we also see the customer rating is also displayed in the chatter. Following the breadcrumbs back to the Kanban view of tasks, we see the average rating of the task displayed on the Task Kanban tile. We see Lunchroom Kitchen task has an average rating of dissatisfied. Odoo's reporting functionality can provide additional analysis of customer ratings across different tasks and projects, which can be seen under the Reporting Customer Ratings menu. This will be explored in depth in future lessons. As you can see, the Customer Ratings functionality can be extremely helpful in automating a customer feedback process on tasks. Let's come back to Projects Overview. We can see our Interior Design Head Office project. We will click on Interior Design Project. We see that there are no tasks and stages created for this project. We were exploring stages creation from the Kanban view in our previous lessons. Let's select Edit on the Done stage and select the Rating Email template. This functionality is available as Customer Ratings has been activated in the settings of the module and on this specific project. Hovering over the question icon, we see a useful tooltip explaining that the specified task rating request email template will be automatically sent to the customer when a task is moved to this stage. Let's also fold the Done stage, which helps keep the task board organized, and save. We were exploring stages and task creation from the Kanban view in our previous lessons. Let's create a task for our interior design project by selecting New, naming the task Consult with Client, assigning it to Mark Demo, and clicking Add. We see that this task has automatically been set to the first stage of the project. We can set the deadline for this task for a week from today. Let's add another task, Draft Proposal, and assign it also to Mark Demo. Clicking into the task, let's set the deadline to 2 weeks from today. The Draft Proposal task must be completed after the first task, Consult with Client, has been completed, as a comprehensive proposal requires critical input from the client. We can set the start of the Draft Proposal task to be dependent on the completion of the Consult with Client task. To do this, let's navigate to the Blocked By tab, which is visible as we have configured task dependencies in the settings of this project. Let's add a line where a pop-out displays a list view of all tasks. Searching Consult under Task, we can select our Consult with Client task and click Save. We can also manually add a blocked status in the top right of the Draft Proposal task. In the chatter of the task on the right, we see that the Draft Proposal task is now blocked by the Consult with Client task. Selecting the View Task link in the Blocked By tab will now display the Consult with Client task. We can see the Smart button indicating this task is blocking another. Following the breadcrumbs back to the Kanban view of tasks, we see Draft Proposal also displays an hourglass on the tile. Let's assume that while Mark Demo is responsible for creating the draft proposal for the client, we want Mitchell Admin to review the draft proposal before it is sent to the client. Let's create a subtask by clicking into the Draft Proposal task, select the Subtask tab, and add a line. Instead of selecting a previously created task, let's select New. Let's call this task Review with Management and assign the task to Mark Demo and Mitchell Admin. Note that subtasks can be set against a different project than the parent task, if required. In this case, let's set the project as Interior Design and save and close. In the top right of the Draft Proposal task, we now see a Smart button that will take us to a list view of all subtasks associated with this parent task. Following the breadcrumbs back to the parent task, we can also view the subtask directly by selecting the View Task button in the Subtasks tab. When viewing the subtask, we see a Smart button that will take us directly to the parent task if needed. While Nicole from Azure Interior is the client of the project, we do not want her to be notified for actions on the Review with Management subtask. Clicking on the person icon, we see a list of all followers of the task. Let's remove Nicole as a follower of the task by clicking the X, like so. Let's follow the breadcrumbs back to the Kanban view of tasks. Here we will create an additional task for the project. Review Weekly Budget and assign it to Mitchell Admin. As we want this task to occur weekly, let's press the Recurrent button and populate Recurrent Conditions. After saving, we can see a Recurring Tasks Smart button on the top. Let's press it. Now we can see the next recurring task. Now we've successfully covered some of the project module's useful functionality, such as customer rating and reviewing the full flow of creating projects, stages, and tasks. Why don't you head to the next lesson, where we will continue to explore project reporting. Thanks for watching, and until next time.